This is John.
This is Danny.
Welcome to Do You Know?
All right, man. So what's going on?
So I was listening to this radio show last night, and they were talking about the Jetsons, the old cartoon. And they were talking about how they had flat screen TVs, and they had telemedicine, and they had a pill that you swallowed, and you would look in your inside. So basically how the future was shown on the Jetsons back in the 70s. And it got me thinking, like, all the future stuff was on old shows. Star Trek, Jetsons, Back to the Future. Like, how come we don't have any future stuff in 2022? You know what I mean? Like, we don't have any movies looking to the future now, I don't think. Like, Dick Tracy, is the Apple Watch.
James Bond.
Like, all those are old movies. I don't know of any movies or TV shows that are looking out to the year 4000 and predicting any outlandish technology or living. It seems like it's already been...
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Some show, they have like a colony on another planet.
Okay.
Where... I don't know all the details, but it's as if they're like prisoners of this colony. So maybe the new future is that there's going to be some kind of moon or planet where we send our prisoners.
Okay.
To like the island.
Interesting. like Australia was.
Yeah, just kind of like get rid of them. But yeah, I know what you're saying. There was so much on all these shows of like the future flying cars.
Right.
Like that whole idea, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have this new version of what it's going to be. But I bet you a listener, someone listening to the show, will write in and give us some show that they're watching. Because I don't know how many shows you're watching. You do have like a couple hours to watch TV per day.
Right.
So you've been flipping around.
Yeah.
And you haven't found anything. I'm not seeing a lot. I'm more looking at, I watch a lot of sports. And I think the future is going to be robots competing.
I see.
Because that's where I think they're going. Like, I know at one of the games, they brought out a robot who was shooting just like nailing threes.
Yeah, I saw that. And he could like dribble and yeah.
So I think at some point, there's going to be like a man versus robot competition, which is stupid because...
The robots are going to win.
Of course the robots are going to win. They're programmed by man.
Right.
And they're made of metal. They can't get injured.
Right.
So that's like the problem with athletes, is they can get hurt. So you could be LeBron James, like tonight he's not playing. They pretty much are done for the season. Lakers
are done.
They're done. They would have had to win like all of their games to even be in the playoff, like play-in game, which means they'd have to win 2 road games to even get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they've lost like every game, so I think they're winding it down. And it'll be a whole different team next year. Like you probably won't even know anybody on that team next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should have some show, someone out there, one of these directors and writers, they should start to create what the future is going to be. I know a lot of it, like where we're going, like what I'm reading it's climate change. So for example, I was reading today that Bangladesh, which I'm probably saying wrong, is one of the most hurt areas of the world from climate change.
Oh.
So they average now during the summer 120 degrees. Their highest day last year was 125.8. Based on the math of the scientists of global warming, they estimate that their average temperature will go up 14 degrees a year. And then in 10 years, it'll go up 40 degrees a year.
Wow. That's hot.
That's hot. And I'm not sure humans can sustain 40 degree from 225, let's say.
Yeah.
40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. It's going to be rough at a certain point. We're talking about 3 bills.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do 3 bills just walking around. I think you disintegrate.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, lots going on in the in that area of the world. You know, Saudi Arabia just executed 81 people.
Oh, yeah?
Like a mass execution. And you know how they kill people there?
No.
Beheading.
Really? Do they do it with like a sword?
They won't give the details.
Okay.
But they just said that typically the way they execute people committed of war crimes, or as they put it, these were murderers, and they were also a part of groups that go against the government. So it's people who are trying to create another party.
Yeah.
So they just said that that's their choice of execution means, is just straight up beheadings. Wow. So 81, the last time they executed a large group of people was in 1980. They killed 63 militants who tried to take over the Grand Mosque in Mecca. And that was supposed to be, I guess, a warning. Like, if you're going to try to take over our mosque, with your party, it was like a group trying to, take control somehow of the Islamic State.
Yeah.
Then this is the penalty. We're going to kill all of you. So now they just did another, huge murder.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we have, did you hear about the shooter in Sacramento?
No.
We just had a rapper.
Oh, at a rap concert.
Yeah, I think he was a rapper.
Okay.
A lot of stuff weird with rappers now. I mean, even another rapper got killed, and they had his body at a nightclub, propped up on stage. Like Weekend at Bernie's. He had like a gold watch on. So that they're charging $40 to get in.
Wow.
To say goodbye.
Okay.
And people got really angry. They were like, this isn't a mannequin. Like, this is really a dude. This is a person. And people were like freaking out. People were like throwing up, like weirded out by seeing a dead body. Like, and now they're trying to sue because they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
I was with the dead body.
Yeah.
This is not cool. Like, you got to tell us. So the venue who allowed it to go down is like, well, we didn't know that it was going to be an actual dead body. We just said that they could host a memorial service. So they're trying to like wiggle out a little bit.
Wiggle out of it, yeah.
But I mean, that's gangsta. You know what I mean? That is like, that's super gangsta. Like, just body on display. But like, look, like propped up. I mean, they had him looking good. It wasn't like they had him all like, just like dead. They had him like as if he was on stage.
Right.
I don't know. Like, okay, so.
Well, I mean, in conjunction with the funeral home, I mean, like that, they do have open casket burials.
Yeah.
So I could see like the funeral home working with them and, putting some formaldehyde in him and being able to prop him up, like sitting him in a chair or something. And, he doesn't stink. And you know what I mean?
It's like no worms are coming out of his head.
Right. And the whatever the wound that killed him is all patched up. Or
it would
whatever.
ruin my buzz.
Yeah.
Like if I was having a buzz and I was hanging out at a club, listening to some music, and then it's like, yo, he's dead. I'd be like, yeah, that's heavy, man. It's a little too heavy for me when I'm intoxicated. Because you don't want to deal with that. It's just like, now you got... But I guess you would only go there if you were going to celebrate his life.
Right.
Unless you just knew someone who was going. And they were like, yo, you want to go to the club? I got you. You get in. Yo, is this dead people up in here? It could get rough.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I know they did an art exhibit. And I know some of my friends... had visited where they had dead people as art.
Right, like the muscle exhibit.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Yeah, it was like some exhibit where you would go into
and they were like playing tennis and they were like playing golf and and they had these like bodies and they were like and then the skin was stripped off of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and you could see like their muscles and you could see like their organs and.
Is that what donor means on the license?
Yeah.
Like, they can just do whatever. Like, if you're a donor, they can just be like...
I think it's implied that your eyes and your heart and your liver are going to go towards something, but I think, you can go to science.
Are you a donor?
I'm not a donor.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I always felt like if you are a donor and there's that chance, like if you're on the cusp, they'd be like, well, he's a donor. Grab that.
Yeah, I think...
We got a long list of
Right.
people who need things. We got some needy people. They need kidneys. They need livers. They need hearts.
Right.
All of them are working at this time. They have only so many like minutes or hours. Why is that? Why haven't we came up with something that can hold organs for a long time? I'm saying now that we have remember Jurassic Park? They have all these chambers and things.
Yeah.
Why is it that they just throw it in a cooler on ice?
Yeah, I don't know.
You would think somebody would have created a new way to transport human remains.
Yeah.
Especially with COVID, you would think they learned a lot. Were they allowed to use those organs with COVID, or would that be spreading COVID?
Yeah, I know. You would, because we lost 1 million people. 1 million people died.
That's a lot of eyes.
Right. So, the donor list should have gone through the roof. I don't think the organs contained COVID, but I'm ignorant as to how it worked.
Yeah, I don't know either. Or there must be, if you just... But I guess you can't let the organs sit for 2 weeks to get rid of COVID if they did.
Right.
You know how it takes 2 weeks for it to leave your system?
Yeah.
So maybe it's like the organs wouldn't live that long, and then if they put it in your body, you already have a weakened immune.
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't take the chance.
It's like tainted meat. You know what I mean? You don't want to get mad cow, even though you're we might have a few ribeyes right here.
Right.
But the cow is crazy too.
Right.
You don't want to catch it. Mad cow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild stuff. I mean, talking about food, there was a group of scientists who created a pizza, and they did it without yeast.
Okay.
They were able to take basically carbonized pressure, similar to how you would put, carbonation in a soda.
Yeah.
And infuse the salt, water, and flour to give it that bubbly effect to basically create a yeast-free pizza for people who, I guess, can't eat yeast.
Yeah.
And we have Passover coming up.
Right.
So would that mean you could eat that pizza?
Yeah, there's always going to be a workaround, I guess. Yeast, yeah.
That might take over the matzah game.
Right.
Like a tasty pizza that's matzah-ish?
Right.
Wow, that could be a game changer. That might be why it's being developed right before Pesach.
Yeah.
And all of our listeners in Israel, feel free to reach out to us at any time and let us know. Is that something that would be kosher?
Yeah, yeastless pizza.
Yeah, because that's what...
Because it doesn't rise.
That's leaven.
Well, I mean, or does it rise? Because you're still putting carbonation. You're still putting bubbly air into it.
But doesn't the matzah still rise a little bit?
Yeah, I guess because
So it's
it does have bubbles.
Yeah, well, that's a good question and I know now they make matzah with all kinds of flavors, like egg and onion, garlic, and this, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm waiting for the the mortar and hard-boiled egg version. It's
Right.
you just eat this matzah and as if you made that sandwich.
Right.
With the charose.
Right.
Yeah, but that's coming up. So in Israel, I'm very saddened to hear about the terrorist attacks. I actually had a few of my cousins, shout out to the cousins, had reached out to me and said, are we getting the terrorist attacks on our news? And I was like, I have not seen it. I only am seeing the war. And I guess a guy with an assault rifle on a motorcycle was driving around the ultra-Orthodox part of town. I guess just, I don't want to say Jerusalem, but near Tel Aviv. And it was just, I guess, stopping people, like the car, and then shooting the driver.
Wow.
Like that, and killed 5 of them before the police were able to kill him. And no terrorist group has taken responsibility for the act, but Hamas basically said, like, this is good. This is cool. You know, like their response was like, hey, this is what we're talking about. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but it was along the lines of, the war is on and this is what we're supposed to be doing. But the leader of the Palestinians, you know, condemned it, said this is not what we're about. You know, violence only leads to more violence.
Yeah.
But we're having a lot of these killings, you know? And is it just because there's a war? Does more people want to kill people because people are getting killed? Because we're like copycats.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just seems like, I mean, well, if you consider like where it is, though, I mean, you know, when you talk about Israel, and you know, because I remember when the knife stabbings happened, like when the people were getting stabbed by knife, it does seem that occasionally crazy people who hate Jewish people come out of the woodwork once in a while and do these horrendous things, you know? Yeah. And I don't know that there's necessarily a rhyme or reason to it. So I don't know if it's because of what's happening in the Ukraine or if it's just part of living in that region. You know? Yeah,
and are we getting more sensationalized news from the war, or is the war just absolutely brutal? Or has war always been brutal?
I think war has always been brutal.
Okay, because I just read a story about the Russians executing and torturing the mayor, one of the mayors of the Ukraine, but like brutal. Like, I mean, just like sick torture. It's a woman, her husband, her kids, like the whole 9. They dug like, they have satellite imagery. They were showing this like shallow grave.
Yeah.
And like just, you know, whatever it is, you know, 10, 20 bodies just thrown in this thing after being like completely savaged. And I'm like, you know, they're trying to get information. They're trying to extort information. So they're using like extreme punishment to try to figure out where are the weapons, where are they hiding, you know, that kind of thing. So they're going, you know, kind of like door to door trying to find any political, you know, person. Like, you're a mayor, you're the chief of police, you're this. Those are like the people they're going for. And like we talked about on the other episode, the Ukrainians are like shooting their like generals.
Yeah.
So it's just savage.
I heard that Russia will be tried for war crimes because of the stuff that they're doing. So, you know, they're going after schools, they're doing torture, they're, you know, killing like civilians. So I heard that Biden has promised that he's going to try them for war crimes when this is all over with.
I don't know how you can implement that, like, without going to war. Like, it's not like you could just be like, all right, you're under arrest, Putin.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, guilty. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Kind of can't get me. So I don't know. I know he brought Barack Obama to the White House right now. So Barack is at the White House.
Oh, okay.
Helping him, I guess, you know, whatever they're talking about, the, you know, something with healthcare, I believe. But I think it has more to do with this. They're going like it's healthcare, but I think it's more like, hey, what's the play? Like, what do we do here, you know?
Yeah.
I was watching a show about the predictions of Nostradamus.
Okay.
And he was wrong about the last one, or the way, you know, it's because he's vague and ambiguous.
Yeah.
But I guess they were saying that in his predictions, there would be 3 antichrists before the nuclear, like some kind of nuclear war that would kill half the world. So in this, I'll call it a documentary, but it's more like, some opinions. Okay. I don't know if I'd call it, I didn't see many facts in it.
Right.
They said, well, Hitler was an antichrist.
Okay.
And Napoleon was an antichrist.
Okay.
So could Putin be an antichrist? And if so, then it leads them to believe that there's going to be an attack on our nuclear power plants that would cause some kind of nuclear devastation. They're explaining the significance of the fallout for our country because we're reliant on nuclear power.
Right.
And how that would escalate into us being forced to use nuclear weapons to retaliate.
Sure.
And it would turn into basically half the world being under this either nuclear blast or nuclear fallout.
Right.
And it's like that is the gist of his prediction for the upcoming year. It's like the near future. So I'm just wondering, is there something I'm missing here? Like, if this guy's predicting it and we're setting everything up, at a certain point you would feel like we would pump the brakes a little bit on things.
Right.
And think about it, but we must be in a rush to get to the end. Like, you know how you watch a movie and it's kind of boring? Or like I watched a movie the other night that had won Best Cinematography at the Oscars. It looked like it was going to be a movie about the Old West.
Was it Power of the Dog?
It might have been, but
it was so bad.
It was not anything about the Old West.
It was terrible.
It was like Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I had this impression that there was going to be like a gunfight, that there was going to be something, a gold, a train, like there was going to be some kind of thing, and it turned into like, a guy who, his mother passed away, a florist, and a bunch of people who drive cattle.
Yeah, right. It was so boring. I saw that movie. I turned it off halfway.
I got to, there's still 20 minutes left for me, but once at a certain point in the movie, it was like everyone was taking off their clothes. All the guys. Like I'm just saying, it was a bunch of like naked dudes. He's looking at like naked pictures and like hiding while the naked guy is swimming and chasing him. It just turned into this erotic, like Brokeback Mountain Western. And I was like, man, I'm so disappointed. I thought it was going to be something different.
Right, I was expecting a Western.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that won anything. Trash. Complete garbage. Like, whoever's the Academy are just voting for naked cowboys. Right. That's all they did in that movie. There was like no story, zero story. I still don't understand how they even got married. It was like they went to dinner at her house, and then like the next day they're getting married.
Yeah.
They didn't even go on dates.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. It was like, now we're married, and I have a drinking problem. Yeah. It's like, what? And you're getting spied on and snitched on. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. That movie that needed some help.
Yeah. I mean, and that was shot by Netflix. Yeah. They made that movie.
Yeah.
They thought that was a good idea. Like when they were writing and reading and shooting, they're like, this is good. This is, wow, we're on to something. Just straight trash.
Yeah.
A little pivot here. There was a study that came out, and I just want to share it because this to me is pretty important. Now, it's not definitive, you know how science is, but having light on in a room when you're sleeping is being linked to cardiovascular issues as well as glucose issues. They're saying even just light from a TV, a monitor, and basically it's not necessarily getting the full amount of sleep, but it's getting sleep where no light can enter your eye because they're linking the light going into your eye to destroying melatonin in your eye. So the light, I guess, destroys melatonin.
Right. Yeah, because you want a dark room.
Right, and that is very interesting because naturally, I enjoy a dark room when I sleep. Like even in the morning, like when I'm sleeping, like a lot of people will have like, I don't know, no like curtains, anything. They just want to be woken up by the birds and the sunshine.
Yeah.
For me, it always feels like awful. Like I'm always like, oh God, oh, shut the lights off. Like what is happening?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy being woken up by the sun?
Well, we have blinds in our room, and I don't necessarily, and I prefer a dark room. Yeah, but I will say I have this little light that's right next to my bed that's on the plug. It's an electric plug, and there's lights that indicate that the plug is active, and it shines onto my ceiling. So my bed is illuminated throughout the night by this little thing. So I think I'm going to be taping over this light because it's been bothering me. And I just, for some reason, haven't done anything about it because I'm like, well, it's just a little light. Like, what's the big deal?
But now knowing about the study.
Yeah.
Because I had the same issue with like these little red lights by my TV because it's like a power protector. Yeah. And they're small. Like, they don't really bother me.
Yeah.
But like, I noticed them. These little red lights shining.
Yeah.
So I'm now turning it off, the whole unit, when I go to sleep. So it's just like complete darkness.
Right.
But yeah, it's something to think about. So I want all the listeners, if you are in your room and you're listening to the show and you see a little light, shut it off.
Yeah.
Just take it down and get some rest.
Get some sleep.
Get some sleep. Get some good shut-eye. See if it changes your life. See if like all of a sudden like you're breathing better, you're not getting diabetes. I mean, if it affects your glucose, that's like light can make you a diabetic. Are we still on the planet Earth?
Right.
I mean, if you would have said something like this in the 90s, people would have thought you were insane.
Yeah.
Light can affect your melatonin and your glucose and your cardiovascular health. Yeah. God. We're going to have to sleep in, eventually we're just going to be sleeping in helmets. Like, you know, you know what I mean? Like bats hung upside down. They'd be like, it's better to get blood in the head. It'd be like triangular. Right. I want to shout out to Elle. She is a new listener and is also an informant. Oh. So she's my informant now. And I just want to give her a shout out on the show because I really appreciate the inside information. Okay. Like she was the one who told about the troops that were already in the Ukraine and got killed by Russian soldiers. Okay. So she has the inside scoop of what's happening when it comes to our military and to our government and a lot of things that are classified. That she is our Big L informant. Nice. Thank you, Al. Yeah. We had an interesting comment, and I just want to talk about the comment. So the comment was about our last show, and they were worried about you. Oh. That you could get in trouble with the FBI. Oh. And they were like, they wrote this whole, a long comment, and we appreciate that. 2 pages about how interesting the show was and how much they enjoy the dialogue, but they were worried that if the FBI told you not to say anything, you don't say it on a show. so I just want... Well, no, let me clarify. Okay. No, what they said was don't say anything to this particular gentleman. But you could tell it on the news. Right. So I assume this gentleman doesn't know who I am and doesn't listen to the show because I don't actually reveal who he doesn't know my face. Right. Like my face isn't revealed. You wear like camo. Right. I got it. So I haven't so I've seen this gentleman drive by since we have done the show and whatnot, and it's interesting. I have had the impulse
to say something to him, like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" Like, but it's been a little weird, but no, but I just figured, I would just share here. But they didn't say don't say anything. They just said don't tip him off specifically.
You know, it'd be funny if you got a hat like from the 7-Eleven that says FBI. He's just wearing it at the gate. You know, like, hey man, welcome back. He's just like looking at your hat. Like, nothing going on here, just security.
Right.
And FBI.
Right.
Giving them like the sign. Oh man. Yeah, that's interesting. So is the FBI. Anyway, since we're talking about them, have they reached out? Or
They came back. So they came back for surveillance. So they drove through the gate. They flashed their badge. They asked me if he had been by, and then they staked out his house. So
are they like in the neighbor's house?
Yeah, I think they're like in the neighbor's house doing a stakeout. So I don't know exactly because I don't drive down. I don't do patrols.
It's like an Airbnb. Like that, like
yeah.
Stake it out. Like there was a movie like that, remember? Where they're like whatever, Starsky and Hutch or Turner and Hooch or one of those where Mel Gibson I think was in it, he's watching the blinds for when like the guy's gonna get home.
Yeah. So they're probably doing something like that, like renting a house and looking out and cool. Ordering pizza and stuff.
So what are you gonna do when it's the big shootout? You're kicking in the door,
right?
Evacuate the neighborhood.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. But
that's exciting, though. At least you got something kind of exciting when you go to work. Yeah,
it seems like I said last week. I mean, it seems about once a week something interesting happens at work.
Yeah.
It's about the average is once a week. Something out of the blue that I haven't trained for or no one's explained anything to me for. Mm-hmm. And we have this little group chat on my phone.
Like a Discord kind of thing.
Yeah. And so we can talk with other guards, my owner and my supervisor, and we can kind of come up with plans, or we can discuss like what's happened to kind of make plans for what to do.
Do you have number codes like they do in the police? Like, are you like, oh, I'm
no,
2020?
No, because we don't use we don't use radios. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's it's a pretty it's pretty unofficial when it comes to that. Everything is. I mean, I'm on a first name basis with most of the people who come by. They all say hi. They all say, thank you for keeping us safe. And, they call me Jonathan. Some of the kids have got me confused with a police officer, which is a big, big no-no. Like you're supposed to correct people if they mistake you for a police officer, because it's illegal to portray a police officer as a security guard. Mm-hmm. So that's something you're not supposed to do. But this one woman was using me as an example of how to treat or speak to a police officer with her son. And I was like, no, I'm just a security guard, know. So we keep things really unofficial.
Call me Officer Security Guard.
Right. Right.
First name Sergeant.
Right.
Cool, man. Well, it's good. So you're helping the community. You got the kids looking up to you. You're working with the FBI.
Yeah.
Anything exciting going on in the near future? Are you doing anything?
Yeah, we're going on a cruise.
Are you excited?
Yeah, so that should be nice. We're leaving this Saturday.
Cool.
And we'll be gone for a week. So that'll be cool.
Work on your tan?
Yeah. I'm going to Mexico.
That's cool. You got to watch out for the cartel.
Right. Well, we'll be in like Puerto Vallarta and, like some of the towns. I don't think, these are like cruise cities, you know. So
no, I'm saying they've been at different times in those areas. If you look at the last over the last year, They've had like shootouts on jet skis where they landed on like private beaches. They've had shootouts in the hotel lobbies where they were, I guess there's like a huge war going on between, there's like 3 cartels and there's like a huge position right now. So there's basically kidnapping and then these mass executions. So like, for example, one of the cartel hitmen were killed. So I guess a lot of hitmen went to that funeral. The other cartel knew they were going to be there. They came and kidnapped everyone at the funeral.
Yeah.
Lined them up against the wall and executed everybody at the funeral.
Oh.
And then cleaned it up for the cops.
Wow.
They cleaned all the bodies. They cleaned the street. They did everything like to be like, this is our mess. Don't worry about it. We got it. And the cops were like, that's cool. As long as you guys cleaned it up, we're not investigating. So, and I was watching a TikTok yesterday where they were at the Cancun airport, I believe, and there was a shooting at the airport, and everyone was like getting down. They just got off their flight, and it was like people who you would see in like Inglewood. They were like, "Oh hell no! Like we're not gonna deal with this shit. Like oh hell, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like what? Like we trying to go to Cancun. We trying to get some drinks and shit."
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was just like shooting right there in like the Cancun airport. So I would just have my spider sense up and tingling and just, you know, if the locals, because the locals will know, okay? The cruise liner will not know, but if you see, for example, you know, when you get off the boat, how they have all the people selling stuff?
Yeah.
If that's like not a lot of people are selling stuff, all of a sudden, it just seems like, why is it so quiet? Why is it so weird?
Yeah.
Just have the insight to be like, maybe we should stay on the ship today or not. Like, this town's supposed to be a little bit more busy, you know what I mean, for a tourist area.
Right.
Because they're, you know, I'm not saying they're not trying to hurt people, but it's easy because it's a mass. I mean, they're not going after like one guy. They're going after like 20 people. So they're doing these huge shootings inside of like, I mean, prestigious resorts, like really nice resorts.
Yeah.
So anyway, not trying to ruin your trip. All right, man. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
This is Danny.
This is John.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace. Or not next week.
Oh, yeah, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Catch you later.